The second way in which I'd like to bring the Bible into conversation with Derrida today is in relation to his idea of différance. And I want to compare it to the Christian understanding of the Trinity. So I think that they're significantly different in ways that can help us perhaps to understand both Derrida and the Bible a bit better. You remember again that Derrida gives us two options. It's either his différance or it's logocentrism or phonocentrism. And we've already seen that the Bible doesn't fit either of these categories particularly snugly at all. And this is what we find again when it comes to différance. We can think of différance as a way of negotiating the age-old problem between the one and the many. Which is more fundamental? Is unity fundamental and primary, an identity, and then difference and variation are subsequent? Or is it that actually difference and variation are primary and unity is a result or an effect or a product of difference? Which is first, the one or the many? Now, for Derrida, in différance, with some nuances and footnotes and caveats, identity is secondary. It is a product of différance. Identity isn't the foundation of difference. That identity doesn't come before difference. It is an artifact of différance. When we get to the Bible, things are very different. For the Bible, identity is not the foundation of difference, and difference is not the foundation of identity. In the biblical Trinity, we see something actually quite different happening, and it's explained on this slide by Cornelius van Til. He says, using the language of the one and many question, we contend that in God, the one and the many are equally ultimate. That's the key term here, equal ultimacy. Unity in God is no more fundamental than diversity, and diversity in God is no more fundamental than unity. The persons of the Trinity are mutually exhaustive of each other. So then the Bible gives us a model where it isn't unity and identity that are the foundation of difference, and it isn't difference that comes before as the foundation of unity. But we must think of, in the Trinity, unity and oneness as equally ultimate with difference and diversity. And this gives us a very different picture to Derrida's. So the two options that he sets before us are that identity comes before difference, this is the metaphysics of presence and logocentrism, or that identity and difference are both effects of différance, which in itself is a differing and a differing, which means that identity is a product, identity always comes second. Neither of those is the case for the Bible. The Trinity and equal ultimacy diagonalize these two options. So if we want a meaningful conversation with Derrida and the Bible, we have to recognize this fundamental difference between the way that Derrida's philosophy negotiates the problem of the one and the many, or of identity and difference, and the way that the Bible sets up what's at stake in identity and diversity.